If gang stalking isn't real, why is there the need or necessity to pollute YouTube with videos purporting to be about gang stalking or organised stalking and harassment that mention aliens, extraterrestrials, reptilian shapeshifters, evil spirits, etc.? Now, either the posters of these videos are not quite the full ticket, or they are on a disinformation assignment. One also has to ask why more respected agencies, news agencies and online documenters publish such biased articles on gang stalking or purporting to be about gang stalking. So in such a biased way to make all of us that are being targeted with organised stalking and harassment as being delusional. This one by the New York Times, it's an infamous article by Mike McFate. It's called "The United States of Paranoia. They see gangs of stalkers." And they show a large image of a guy that does post on YouTube that looks frankly unwell. Now, for anyone that has been gang stalked for a number of years, you won't be looking your best, you won't be feeling your best. But even so, to me this is deliberate, posting such an image. But it's not just the New York Times. Vice.com is another, if I can find that. This one, Vice.com, The Nightmare World of Gang Stalking, and they did a follow-up, or maybe this was preceding that one, Motherboard.vice.com, The Nightmarish Online World of Gang Stalking. All quite biased, and the overall message is that we are all delusional. One final article that I will briefly mention is this one by Mike Wood. He's an English lecturer at Winchester University, which is in England. And this website, conspiracypsychology.com, is an English-based website. The guys that run this are lecturers in psychology and the mind sciences, if you can call it a science, or a pseudoscience. And this article, as I said, by Mike Wood, published last year, June 11th, again follows the similar pattern that New York Times and Vice.com have done by labelling us all as being delusional. I did respond to this. I got in touch with Mike with an email and links to some of the videos that I've got to try to get him to see the reality. But his response, and he did admit as much, wasn't what I would have wanted. The various insults that he did hear, he put down to normal city life. You'd hear these things, and that I was deliberately seeking them out, and due to maybe paranoia, I was relating them to being directed at me. And of course, they are. Excuse me. The insults are directed at me. Funnily enough, the guy Mike Wood does use the hashtag disinfoagent, which is quite funny, on Twitter, though he hasn't tweeted for a year or two. So yeah, another article. Delusion. We're all delusional. Why the bias? I've mentioned on my webs that I learnt about organised stalking and harassment around 2000, probably late 2012, by accident. And so it took about 3 years. I believe it started around 2009. Now around that time, 2012, I started, once I'd learned about it, I started reading various blogs and watching videos. One of the blogs was called Justifiably Disturbed by Gang-Stalking. Unfortunately, the original blog, which was this one, .com, is no longer available. I remember the author, it was a husband and wife team, but I think the wife did much of the blogging, saying there was a problem with the domain, or the host was asking for too much or asking for something, and she thought that was unreasonable. And that's why this particular blog might have come to an end. But there is a second blog, which is an earlier one. It finishes in 2012, where I believe the .com version was going up till about 2015. But this author, as I said, it was a husband and wife. The wife seemed to be doing most of the blogging. I did believe very credible. And I'd ask you to have a read. I do find it odd that it's a .co.uk, because the couple are from Santa Cruz in America. But there might be a good reason for having an English domain. I don't know what that is. But why I'm pointing this out, this particular blog, and a certain video or a poster of videos on YouTube, is that there's been no update since. Nothing at all. So you have to wonder, were these genuine, or has something happened to them? I'd love to find out. The other one is on YouTube, called Rachel Orban. Now, her last video videos that I had watched, I believe she was homeless, roaming from city to city to try to get away from the gang stalking. But you don't get away from gang stalking. It does seem to follow you everywhere. Now this Rachel Orban does talk about mind control, which I won't say is a bugbear, but it's not the general tactics that I undergo. But I found her videos credible. She seemed very credible. And of the videos that are now on YouTube, she did have quite a few. There's only, I don't know, 3 or 4 that I can find, but none in her name. Well, one may be in her name, called On Gangstalking. That was the channel she used. But of the ones that are here, this is a gangster. Zeus Kiss has uploaded this. Rachel Orban on Gangstalking and Our Love. So I'll click on that. If I can get there we go. Let's open up another page. Right. So there's a music overlay on whatever Rachel is talking about. And this one, Rachel Orban is Gorgeous, by allegedly another poster called Kiko Sweet. Let's click on this. More music covering what she's talking about. Now, Rachel was an attractive female. I don't doubt that. She was looking slightly more rough around the edges, shall we say, in her later videos, understandably, given the life that she was living, being homeless, if she was homeless. So, out of all the females online, celebrities, models, etc., why would you choose somebody being gang stalked to declare your love. And why are both these posters, if they are two separate people, why would you put a music over the top? So yeah, very highly dubious. I'm quite suspicious on that. Rachel does have a video though, where she does speak without music.
Hey there, I'm still Rachel, a targeted individual. My mother is a documented radiation experimentee. My mother's documented radiation experimentee from the Bethesda, Maryland Naval Hospital, who was intimidated out of going to the President's Radiation Advisory on Radiation Experiments in the 90s, and it was attempted for me to be framed up during a federal investigation, and friends are friends during the book.
So, where is Rachel now? And where is the husband and wife team that did have the justifiably disturbed.blogspot.co.uk and .com websites?